Today we will present our PESTEL analysis of Tech Resources Limited, one of Canada's largest and most influential natural resources companies. Our focus on will be on the critical ethical and environmental challenges the company is facing, particularly the pressing issue of selenium pollution in the Eek Valley region. Our team will present Ahmed Gagandeep Singh and myself, Charanjit Kaur, will guide you through our findings and recommendation to address these pressing issues. Yeah. So it's a company overview. So first we'll talk about the Canada largest natural resources company established in 1906. The Tech Resources Limited established in 1906 and stand as a Canada's largest natural resources company and a key player in the global mining industry. Next, the produce copper, zinc, and the previous slide. Yeah, the produces copper, zinc, and so the over the decades, Tech has become a major producer of essential resources like copper, zinc, and metallurgic coal, and which are critical to industries such as construction, electronics, and steel manufacturing. The company operates extensively across North and South America, integrating itself into global supply. And the last is, despite its success and strategic importance, tech operation, particularly in Eak Valley, British Columbia, have drawn significant scrutiny. One of the most pressing concerns is selenium pollution, byproduct of mining activities that has contaminated local water system. This pollution poses severe risk to aquatic ecosystem, particularly to fish species essential for biodiversity. The environmental impact extend to local communities, disrupting their way of life and threatening the sustainability of the region. Next slide. And the problem. Let's talk about problem. The first is selenium pollution in Eak Valley water system. The core problem we identify is selenium pollution in Eak Valley water system, a pressing issue with a far-reaching consequences. Selenium, a byproduct of mining activity, has leached into local water system, contaminating streams and river. Next is the pollution has caused severe harm to aquatic ecosystem, particularly affecting fish species that are critical to the region biodiversity. The impact on the environment is just not a ecological concern, but a deeply social one, as it directly affects indigenous community that relies on these ecosystem for their cultural practices, livelihoods, and sustenances. And the last is the stakeholder local communities, NGO, regulatory bodies, and investors. The multifaceted problem underscores the urgent need for tech to adopt a more comprehensive approach to stakeholder engagement and sustainability. Proactive collaboration with indigenous community, local resident, and environmental organization is essential to rebuilding trust and ensuring that their voices are heard. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. I will continue with the PESTEL analysis. I would like to begin my words. The Tech Resources is a leading mining company, faces numerous external challenges impacting its operations. Uh, this presentation outlines the core issues identified through the PESTEL analysis and proposes the strategic solution to address them effectively. First of all, I would like to start the political factors. Tech operates under the influence of the Canadian government policies and indigenous communities. Demands regarding land conservation, and environmental protection. Strict audits ensure the company's impact on the local communities and ecosystem is monitored. Secondly, economic factors. Inflation and economic uncertainty increase operational cost and affect investor confidence. Balancing profitability with sustainable practices become more challenging under such economic conditions. Thirdly, the social factors. Local and indigenous communities are significantly impacted by tax operation, facing disruptions on their livelihoods, cultural practices, and environments. These issues challenge the company's social responsibility and ethical reputation. And fourth, the technological factors. Innovations in sustainable mining technology help tech reduce environmental impacts, improve operational efficiency, and ensure compliance with regulations. Next one is the environmental factors. Tech faces pressure from environmental, non-governmental organizations, and regulation authorities to minimize the carbon dioxide emissions, waste, and habitat destruction, aligning with the strict environmental standards. The final one is the legal factors. Tech must comply with the environmental law and indigenous land rights. Legal non-compliance risk reputational damage and financial penalties. And I would like to talk a bit about the stakeholders' roles in here. Indigenous communities. They hold rights to have land where tech operates and seek recognition of their cultural and environmental concerns. Transparent and collaboration is essential. Secondly, the local communities. Tech must balance providing economic benefits like employment with mitigating environmental and social impacts. Environmental, non-governmental organizations and regulations. These groups ensure tech addresses to environmental law and advocacy for their low impact operations, investors, and shareholders. Their focus is shifting toward sustainable practice alongside financial returns. Employees and suppliers. These are stakeholders rely on tech for job and contracts, emphasizing the importance of safe and sustainable business practices. And finally, I will talk about the proposed solutions. First of all, tech should collaborate openly with indigenous and local communities, ensuring transparency and addressing their concerns early. And secondly, before launching projects, tech must evaluate environmental and social impacts to minimize harm and ensure mutual benefits. And by investing in sustainable mining technologies, tech can meet regularity requirements and improve public perception. An ethical decision making framework, a framework prioritizing a balanced stakeholder interest over short term profits, will foster long term success. Tech should regularly track environmental outcomes and stakeholder satisfaction, adjusting operation as needed. And finally, innovating sustainable practices will reduce negative externalities, strength, tax regularity standing, and encourage its competitiveness. And I would like to hand over to Gagam. after here for the conclusion part.
Thanks, Ahmed. To conclude our analysis, tech resources is facing various critical challenges. Uh, we have discussed Salima population, pollution in the elk village in this PPT. This issue is not isolated. It represents a broader problem of balancing environment responsibility with operational sustainability in the mining sector. Our pasture analysis has revealed some key points. Political and legal factor demands land environment regulation and drive from uh, government agencies. Uh, Government agencies are also involved in the political and legal factor. We cannot measure that their without government involvement. Economic pressure, like there are various inflation in the market, so it is harder to prioritize the sustainability to maintain the profitability of the company. Social dynamic highlights the dissatisfaction of the local and indigenous community, emphasizes the need of the Genesis stakeholder engagement. Uh, the next one is technological advancement that offer opportunity to to innovate the sustainable mining practices. And the last but not the least, activism continues to increase the public and regular expectation for corporate accountability. The role of stakeholder is crucial. It is very important to take uh, it is very important for the stakeholder to come and take the decision very carefully. Indigenous community and local population demand respect for the rights and environment, and NGOs and regulation push the compliance and transparency while in investing in the companies and investor increasing the expectation ethical and sustainable opportunity. To move further, there are 2 to 3 recommendations that we can have. Uh, it will help to increase the company's profitability and decrease the challenges in the future. The first one is proactive engagement. It is in this recommendation, we should establish trust in every collaboration with the stakeholder and tell each and everything to stakeholder in the meeting. The second one is sustainability integration. We should make the sustainability uh, that should focus on corporate strategy to align with the stakeholder expectation. And the final one is innovative practices. In this, we should invest in advanced, eco-friendly and mining technology to reduce the environment impact. By implementing this measure, tech company can reduce their challenges that they are facing now, and it will be better for them in the future. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you, guys.
Bye,
Okay,
guys. Thank
I
you.
just